This episode sucked. No, I'm not gonna lie about it. I'm Boss Base 6. I'm back straight to another video, and today I'm reviewing Smackdown. And yeah, the show was a mess and not in a very good way. Also, I finally have doors, but I don't have any knobs, so um, I'm gonna tone it down a little bit because my dad's trying to sleep, and you could probably hear through the little hole where a doorknob should be. So, anyways. Yeah, this is probably one of the worst built manias of all time, if not of all time. And we're talking like WrestleMania 31 levels of bad of how this show was built. That's being said, though WrestleMania 31 had a bad build, it was actually a very good mania besides the burial of Sting, Paige's last match, or AJ Lee's last match, I should say, against the Bella Twins, because the title wasn't online, because we can't have nice things, and Rusev, losing to John Cena, though he came out on the tank, and also came on the Lana. Anyways, in the tank. Anyways, yeah, that was, yeah. So, we get a recap of Bryan versus Reigns at Fastlane. Fastlane only had like 3 good matches. Rollins, Nakamura, the main event, Bryan and Reigns, and Sheamus versus McIntyre, which was brutal. And then we have one of the worst matches I have ever seen. And my God and Jesus, I have never seen a match so godly terrible in my life. Randy Orton versus Alexa Bliss may be one of the worst matches of all time. That was so abhorrent and so unbelievably terrible. Why does the Fiend look like the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers? Seriously, I can't get that image out of my head. It was bad. But anyways, Reigns tapped out, but the referee was down. The Edge goes ballistic and all that stuff. Bryan comes down. He says that Roman tapped out, but the ref was down. He deserves another shot. And he holds the Thunderdome hostage. Can we get beyond Thunderdome? Seriously, can we get beyond Thunderdome? That's a Mad Max reference to all. Pierce shows up. He says that he can't give you another shot, but he said he'll make a decision tonight. Edge shows up and said it took him 10 years to get back, and just for him to get screwed out of a one-on-one title opportunity. And he calls him, and he says he's son of a bitch, and then they has fight, as Brian Zane would say from Wrestling with the Grab. Spear and a chair shot. Okay. This just makes Brian look like a total ass for no reason. Like, it makes him look like a dick. Because he's got an opportunity after opportunity, and he's failed. He had an opportunity at the Rumble, but he got eliminated by Rollins. And he had an opportunity at the Elimination Chamber, but he wasn't ready. And then he lost at Fastlane. It kind of makes Bryan look like a total tool. But more on that in a little bit. Reigns backstage, him and Jay talk a little bit. They get Rollins versus Nakamura. It was a good match. Or it was fine. It wasn't as good as their Fastlane match, but it was pretty good. Stomped by Rollins, 1, 2, 3, and then Cesaro comes down. Oh no. Well, actually, before that, they do a recap of Cesaro doing 22 spins. And yeah, Rollins wins. The Cesaro attack, so we get more on it in a little bit. Pierce is backstage, talking about the world title decision. We get Big E and Street Profits in the ring. Rollins just challenges Cesaro. Cesaro accepts, and man, watching a Switzerland man swinging a long-haired, long-haired Messiah in the backstage arena. Never thought I'd see that again. Again, delete your research history. Anyways, we get Big E and Street Profits versus Otis, Gable, and Cruz. It was a bit messy at times, but in the end, Apollo with the Olympic Slam, 1, 2, 3. Okay, more on that here in a little bit. Recaps of Owens and Zayn. Pierce and Edge are backstage. He says he'll have a decision tonight. KO show with Sami Zayn. This went on for a little bit. But I do recommend it, but I'm going to cut to the chase here. They're going to have Sami Zayn in a red carpet premiere with Logan Paul. My voice cracked. Logan Paul. Are they trying to push Zayn out of the company? I will never understand why this piece of toxic trash is even in a community. Corey Graves, with one of the most retarded comments I've ever seen and I've ever heard. One of the best minds and one of the best boxers. Says who? Says who? He's an idiot. And we all know that KSI kicked his ass in that boxing match, but it was a tie for some reason, so we have to have a rematch where KSI kicked his ass. He wanted to challenge Conor McGregor. I'm not no fan of Conor McGregor because I don't watch UFC. But Conor McGregor will wipe the floor with Logan Paul because Logan Paul's a total retard. You are going to film a forest in Japan that is utterly tasteless and disrespectful to the culture and to those who have lost their lives. You're going to make fun of a dead body and film it. You idiot. Seriously. I will never understand why that. And his brother is no different. Jake Paul's also an idiot for all the remarks and comments he's made. And Logan Paul with all his racist and homophobic remarks. And guess what? I know people that have made some comments about homophobia and racism. And guess what? I get out of that camp. And I am no racist by any means. And I'm no saint either. I make some stupid ass remarks and stupid ass jokes all the time. But guess what? I'm not going to film stuff where people took their lives. Seriously. I will never understand why this guy gets so much attention that is not needed. So that's what you get, Logan Paul. Anyways. I hope Sami Zayn, Haluva kicks the hell out of Logan and Kevin Owens beats the piss and some respect into him. Then again, Logan Paul has no respect, and I have no respect for him. Anyways, after all, the main thing is there was a brawl going on, and there's gonna be a match at Mania. Brian and Pierce are backstage. Little same thing that's gonna happen tonight. Pierce says he's gonna make a decision, and then we get a progressive match flow with the women. 'Cause maturity. I swear, Vince Russo's back in the company. No wonder the product's been ass. It talks about the women's tag title match between Jackson Baszler versus Bianca and Sasha. Bianca backstage. She takes on Natalya. Probably the best match on the show, honestly. Banks and commentary. Snooker around 3 women. Always take the elevator. Anyways, Bianca wins with the KOD, and then Banks attacks. She backstabs her. Ooh! No surprise there. That really didn't come to a shock to me. Angel Reigns are backstage. Talking about what's going to happen later tonight. Mysterio versus Ziggler. Ray took a pretty bad bump on the outside. I hope he's okay. This match was fine. Ziggler being the best face of all time and kicking Haley Joe Mysterio, as some people would say, aka Dominic Mysterio. I swear he looks like Haley Joe. It's so bizarre. But in the end, I did like the counter where Mysterio went just for a springboard, but Ziggler countered his zigzag. That was pretty good. I also forgot to mention, in the 6-man tag, Gable countered a springboard into a German suplex, which was pretty cool. Or a bridging suplex, I'm sorry. That was a pretty cool maneuver. But in the end, 619 and a splash, 1, 2, 3. Okay, Mysterio wins. Pierce and Reigns are in the ring, and then Edge and Bryan comes out. It's gonna be a three-way, 3-man centipede, human centipede together. Brawl ensues, chair shots. Edge is unhinged, and you know what? Fade to black. They also run down the Mania card earlier, and I didn't write it down because I didn't feel like I needed to. And I'll get to my Mania 37 predictions later, but yeah, this show wasn't good. It was just all over the place. Man, a Canadian in a triple threat. You know what? I was gonna say. Hopefully he won't do the same. Hopefully he won't do the same thing that happened 3 years later. But if you know, you know. And I love Benoit as a wrestling character. As a human, he deserves to go to hell for what he did because he murdered his family and he killed himself for it. Anyways, yeah, the show wasn't good. Besides Natty and Banks and Rollins and Nakamura, the show wasn't very good. It was just a little all over the place. So, anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Join the herd. I'm Boss Up Basics. Join the herd. I'll talk to you guys next video. Peace out.